everybody, my name is Marcella Dominguez and I am really eager to share this information with you. I've been helping entrepreneurs since 2013 with their offline and online trademark and business needs. So if you want to register a trademark, you might be asking yourself, well, how long does it take to register a trademark with the USPTO? If you are new to the process, you're probably asking yourself this very important question because you want a registered trademark certificate tomorrow. But the reality is it will not come tomorrow. Well, why not? Because you have to wait. Well, how long do you have to wait? Make sure you watch this entire video. I'm going to cover 3 things like how long it takes, why does it take that amount of time, and why it pays to be patient. So it actually takes anywhere between 11 to 14 months to obtain a registered trademark certificate from the United States Patent and Trademark Office. And you're asking yourself, well, why in the world does it take so long? I've heard other people get it back in 6 months, sometimes 10 months. And the reality is that I do not know of anybody who has gotten a trademark certificate in 6 months. Even in the fastest amount of time that I've ever seen a certificate returned, it has never been 6 months. It's always been way longer than 6 months. So 11 to 14 months is the ballpark number that I like to give clients. And it depends on a number of factors, so you want to make sure to listen to topic 2 and topic 3 in this same video. First, I want to tell you what process it goes through because it's really important to understand what in the world is happening with your trademark application. So when you first submit your application, it is going to be reviewed by a trademark examiner. A trademark examiner is basically one of many trademark examiners over at the USPTO that's assigned to your application. They're going to review it and they're going to make sure that there isn't anything missing. And these are just technicalities. They're not even going to review it substantively. Now, you might ask, well, what does substantively mean? What do you mean by it's only going to be technically reviewed? Well, let's say, for example, you leave out your name. Well, that's a technicality. So they can't really process an application that doesn't have a name attached to it. If you forget to include the logo that you want to register, well, that's a technicality because then they can't review the type of logo that you want to register. So that's a technicality, but they're not even going to get to the substantive meat of the application until down the road. So first things first, the trademark examiner is going to look over your application and see if you have messed up on any technicalities. Then after that, it will go through a more substantive review. And the substantive review is what's going to take a little bit longer. And like I said before, it is the meat and bones of your application. So if you're registering a slogan, logo, tagline, and you've already classified it in a particular with a particular identification of goods and services, then that's awesome. So you want to make sure that you submitted the proper specimen and that everything looks good. Because if those things don't look good, or if there's a lot of mismatching, or you've messed up along the way, then the trademark examiner will give you something called an office action. Now, an office action is basically a notice letting you know, hey, we're not going to register your trademark until you fix these issues. And in the office action, they'll tell you what the issues are. Now, if you need help with any of this because you just feel like it's not something that you're prepared to handle, you don't want to handle it, then go ahead and reach out. My information is in the description below. So after your application has gone through the substantive review, then it will be published, and anybody who wants to oppose your trademark will be able to oppose it. Now, it's sort of analogous to when they say at weddings, speak now or forever hold your peace if you oppose to this couple getting married. Well, if anyone wants to oppose the registration of your trademark, then that would be the moment, and they have 30 days worth of a moment to oppose your registration. So you have to wait out those 30 days. So you're basically adding on another couple of weeks after those 30 days to wait for your registration certificate to issue. So all in all of that can take anywhere between 11 to 14 months. I wish it was faster. I wish I had better news for you. There are special circumstances under which you can expedite the application, but you want to wait until the end because I'm going to cover that after I cover these 3 topics. So I told you toward the beginning of this video that it was going to pay off to be patient when it comes to the USPTO and the trademark examiner. You want to be patient. Patience is a virtue, right? So not only in life does it pay to be patient, but when it comes to the USPTO, no news is good news. So you want to be patient, and as long as you're not hearing anything, then that means that your application is moving along just fine. Now, you can always do status checks on your own to to be reassured that your application is moving along its natural course. Now, if you don't want to hassle with any of that, scroll down into the description and I'd be more than happy to help you with the entire process and update you when it comes to your application. So does it do any good to reach out to the trademark examiner assigned to your application and say, hey, are you almost done with this process? Am I almost going to get a certificate? Is there anything that I can do to expedite it? Well, let me tell you that you don't want to reach out to the trademark examiner unnecessarily, because you might be annoying them. But more importantly, reaching out to them for a basic answer such as that one is not going to expedite your application. It doesn't fall under these certain exceptions that allow your application to be expedited. So you don't want to reach out to them and then potentially annoy them when in fact reaching out to them isn't going to do anything to really help your case. Now, if you have an office action, then my answer might be a little bit different. But provided you don't have an office action and there is nothing pending, then you do not want to be reaching out necessarily. I mean, you can if you want, but listen, in years of doing this, I can tell you that why are you going to reach out? It's not going to do anything except waste your time, and then you might annoy the examiner. So I told you that there is one special circumstance under which you can expedite your application, and that is if you have pending litigation. In other words, you are suing somebody in a particular county for trademark infringement, then it would be possible to expedite your application. But if that is not the case for you, then you have to sit pretty and be patient and wait those 11 to 14 months. Now, I know that it can be painstaking. I know it can be grueling because you want something sooner than later. But let me tell you that patience is going to pay off. If you just kind of forget about the trademark application process, leave it to your attorney who's going to update you in the event that they need more information from you. That is the most surefire way to get your registration certificate sooner than later. So in my years of registering trademarks, I can tell you that it's really, really exciting once you do receive that registered trademark certificate. And I want to get that sent out to you as soon as possible. Here's a number of applications that I have gotten registered for clients, all because this is what I love to do. I love to make sure that your brand is protected, whether it's your brand name, your logo, your slogan, or your tagline. I have been doing this for long enough now that when I receive an office action, I like to respond to it like this because it expedites the process. What other tips and tricks do I have up my sleeve? Well, work with me and I will let you know what they are. If you want to contact me, then make sure you scroll down into the description and send me an email. It's always free to do so, and I love getting to know new entrepreneurs. Now, if you want to find out more about the trademark process because you're brand new to this, then don't forget to watch this video because it's a great follow-up to understanding the entire trademark process. Besides how long it takes, you want to know the cost, you want to know what Marcella is like in case you want to work with her, you want to know the benefits of hiring an attorney over doing it yourself. Make sure you watch this video, and please, please, please leave a comment down below and let me know if this video was helpful, and drop an emoji if you can.